Okay, now I'm live. Or so it says. My lighting is not the best, so let me see if I can adjust it a little bit here. Okay. You all don't know the struggle I've had this morning. Just trying to come on. So, we are live here. And thank you for joining us on this morning, Lady Victoria, with Victoria School of Etiquette. And it's going to be a real short broadcast because, I broadcast typically from work and I have to be on the floor in a few minutes. So, anyway, thank you for joining us on this morning, Lady Victoria, with Victoria School of Etiquette, where we offer a solution to your etiquette dilemmas. I'm broadcasting to you live this morning from that great windy city of Chicago. Chi-Town is what we like to call it. We are the best in the Midwest, and we're very happy to have you be a part of our platform on this morning. So, come on in, tag a neighbor, tag a friend, and you all come on in and join us on this morning. The lighting is terrible. Oh my gosh. Um, so yeah, come on in and come on in and be a part of our platform on this morning. This morning we have entitled this one. Let me see if I can adjust a little more here. We have entitled this one Share Spaces and the Common Denominator. Shared spaces and the common denominator. Okay, that's a little bit better. Shared spaces and the common denominator. All of us share a space with someone at some point in time in our lives. Okay, there we go. That's better. All of us share spaces with someone at some point in time in our lives, whether we share an apartment, sharing our home, we share our work environments with our coworkers, we share things. And so on this morning, I want to talk about what is the common denominator that makes that thing comfortable? What makes it work for you and the people that you are with that are sharing that space with you? What's going on that makes it comfortable, that makes it work, that makes it easy? I know of a family that shares a car, have one vehicle, and three people are sharing the car to get to work and get to the grocery store and do all of those kinds of things. So whatever you're sharing an apartment, you're sharing an apartment with someone, and of course you're sharing the apartment. So you're sharing the kitchen, you're sharing the bathroom. What if there's only one bathroom and you have three or four people? You have all these roommates and you're all um, in the same space, but you have to share that environment and you have to make it workable. How do you maintain your character? How do you maintain your integrity? How do you maintain your emotions, your feelings? Because oftentimes there are things that go wrong when you are in that environment. There are things that are upsetting. It's not your turn to clean the bathroom, but the last person that was in there left it a hot mess. And now you're the one that's responsible for trying to clean it up. How do you do that? How do you make that work? How do you make that environment comfortable for everyone? How do you not lose your temper? Okay. And how do you maintain character and integrity? How do you come home every day and deal with the same thing over and over when there's one person in the party that is not adhering to the rules? Well, you say that's one way that you maintain integrity, the integrity of the environment that you share. You have rules, you have regulations that people have to follow, that they have to live by. But what if there's one or two persons that's not doing it? What if there's one person that likes the kitchen organized a certain way, but they aren't the only person that lives there? So you have to be respectful of the other members that are in that group that say, well, you know what? We have to make it comfortable for everyone. You like everything, one certain way. You like to put up the dishes this way. But I think that's too complicated. I just want to be able to go in and grab a plate. I'm not so much concerned about your organizational skills as I am with just getting the plate out of the cabinet. Little simple things like that. What is your preference when you are in the restroom? How do you want the toilet seat? Do you want it up all the time. I mean the lid, the toilet seat, the lid to the toilet. Some people like to keep it down. Some people like to keep it up. So what is your preference, and how do you navigate all of those terms when you find out that the rules that you have set and put in place, that they just aren't working? Nobody really wants to abide by them, or you have some that are abiding by them, and then you have the wild card that's always going in and making things different. Good morning. Thank you for joining. So, how do you navigate that space? How do you make it comfortable? How do you maintain the common denominator? And what is it? What is the common denominator in a situation like that? The rules are there and they are set in place for a reason, to try and keep organization and try and keep peace in the environment, especially when it is your personal living space. You want to be able to feel comfortable in your living spaces where you spend most of your time, even when you get up and go to work every day, but after work, before work, home on the weekends, and like that. You want it to be comfortable. So, how do you maintain character and integrity? So, the rules don't work. So, what do? Do you change the rules? Do you modify them so that everyone is comfortable, so that everyone is happy in that environment, in that space, you know? Or do you just pack up your things and go? Sometimes it's not so easy to do that. You're in that space for a reason. You're in that locale for a reason. Perhaps it is close to work. Perhaps it is close to your place of worship. Perhaps it is close to other family members that you want to have easy access to all of the time. Perhaps the rent is what you can afford, and you want to be there. Perhaps you're saving to buy a home. And so you're in a certain environment so that you can accomplish certain things. And so those are the things that we have to be mindful of and be aware of. So, what is it that makes it work in your space? Can you share your comments in the comment section? This is something that I'd like to keep an ongoing tally of and come back and visit at a different time. So, what is it that makes it work in your environment when you have a shared space? How do you navigate it? How do you keep everyone happy? And what is it that you do when that environment is disrupted, when the rules are not being followed? How do you handle that? This is Lady Victoria this morning with Victoria School of Etiquette. Thank you so much for being a part of our broadcast on this morning and being a part of our platform. Thank you for those of you that are watching live, and for those of you that will come back later and watch the replay. Thank you for doing so, because you can be doing anything else with your time, but you decided to come and be a part of our platform on this morning, and I'm appreciative of that. For those of you that are watching, for those of you that are my YouTube subscribers, you'll be able to access this video later on today. And thank you for taking time out. Listen, if you have not subscribed to my channel by the same name, Victoria School of Etiquette, over on YouTube, go on over and look for it. Hit the subscribe button. That way you have access to all of my video material at your fingertips for your viewing pleasure anytime. So thank you again for being a part of our broadcast on this morning. Short one this morning due to several technical difficulties. But we'll be back on again. But until the next time, Lady Victoria signing off. Bye for now.